Now I should be able to hear it.
Chemical warfare, ignoring the Geneva Convention, and putting a whole new meaning to the term friendly fire. Because today, in Total Warhammer 3, we'll be drowning the world in rats. By keeping a level head,
it was good for us. I can make it a little bit louder for you guys. That's fine. You know, Geneva scorecard. Yeah, I'm actually questioning that. Shouldn't he follow it? He's playing Skaven later, right? Yes.
Our neighbors, and being an overall menace to society. What couldn't we accomplish?
Menace?
With
no.
the release of Immortal Empires, Total Warhammer now has a massive new map combining 3 different campaigns into one, and with it, some interesting new mechanics. Naturally, it was only fitting that we play as the best faction. For those of you who don't know who the Skaven are, 2 words. Many rat. Our starting leader was Ikit Claw, a very sane and stable individual.
He playing Ikit Claw just like me, for real. We're the same. Hello there, Paula Seba, welcome, happy to see you. I still think they should make Skaven count friendly fire damage again. I think it does count, no? Ikit Claw has the biggest brain of all rats, exactly, he's so smart.
In the options, I enabled something called Ultimate Crisis Mode, which takes the endgame and tweaks some things. So I'll explain it a bit more later. Starting the game, our main settlement was Skavenblight, the breathtaking and luxurious capital of all rat
perfect, beautiful.
The map we were on was the Immortal Empires map, which is insanely large with about 278.
That is a lot of factions. That is a lot of factions. Sadly, doesn't damage done on unit cards counted friendly fire when Skaven were first released? Oh, that's what you mean. Why is it not there anymore? I would love that. Pretty sure that Skaven's still friendly fire unless we're taking AOS rules that I don't know. No. There is no like number for how much friendly fire you have created. That kind of sucks. That sounds so fun. That sounds so fun. I would love that to be returned.
Factions, of which we were gonna break. But first, we needed to secure land, starting with the settlement next to us. Despite Warhammer being mostly medieval, Skaven have many guns. As a bunch of rat people, not only have our units not touched grass, they don't know what grass is. Our front
what the heck is grass? We don't know grass, we only know Nook.
line is weak. Our heroes walking toothpicks, and our morale isn't real. But we do have one major
What is morale?
Above all else, Skaven are cheap. So cheap, in fact, that the lives of my infantry are worth slightly less than my bullets. I like how we've already won the battle, and I am still friendly firing my own units. With the fight ended, we gained our second settlement. On the campaign map, we can construct and upgrade buildings to train higher level Skaven. Troops that were basically still bad. Ikit Claw also leveled.
Wait, no. There are some good troops. What do you mean? There are some good troops there. Man. Morale's numbers, just numbers? No. There is no morale. It is not real. It's not real.
So we started to train his campaign skills. It also has a special mechanic called the Forbidden Workshop, which lets us upgrade our various weapon teams and build Doom Rockets. As the name suggests, they're tools for world peace. Our first upgrade was for our Rattling guns.
If we just explode everyone, then it's gonna be only us and only Ikit Claw. That's perfect. Although it's Skaven. There is never peace with Skaven. There is never peace with Skaven. I usually play Throat the Unclean because I like recycling my own units. Nurgle. Ew. Grass is edible, is it though? Why bother? One less Skaven slave rat means one less upstart and one less smooth brain trying to mess with my plans. Yes, of course. Well, this is an old video, so it might be missing many updates and patches. Oh, 100% yes.
Which is a minor change that gives them infinite ammo. We walked over to the capital of our Empire enemies, but the garrison was too large to fight, so I backed off. After ending the turn and cycling through all 200 AI factions, the enemy army attacked us outside the city. Because we were fighting in a choke point map, we clogged both entrances with
This is a perfect map for Skaven. This is absolutely perfect map for Skaven. Oh no.
an inabdominable wall. Skaven slaves.
Yup.
With the enemy army blobbed up, I decided to test our weapons. Despite mowing down the rest of them and winning the battle, we took 722 losses.
I thought he would be Doomra. There we
With the
go.
army defeated, we moved over to their capital
Nice.
and began to siege it down. While the siege continued, we had another important scheme being set up. I'd moved a warlock engineer all the ways up to the Wood Elf cities to use his special ability, expanding the Under Empire.
Let's
this
go!
essentially establishes
Interesting choice to go for Wood Elves. I mean, they are somewhat nearby, so I guess it kinda makes sense.
city under a city. We can build various things in our undercities too, but most importantly, steal money and build subterranean dirty bombs. Yeah, no, that too. But first, we need to keep expanding above ground, so we took that capital city, eliminating our only enemy.
Also more difficult to siege usually. Yeah, true, because it's freaking you Wood Elves, dude. So makes sense.
No.
Oh, hello.
For some reason, people think we're some kind of threat to society. Officer, I wasn't doing anything illegal, it was just a Breaking Bad reference. By expanding the Under Empire, people would get unhappy. And not just people, this guy—
Wait, why? Did he like did they detect it, but then they can just destroy it? Huh.
is a tree. Plus, some undercity buildings automatically expand to other settlements, so pretty much everyone would hate us. Back to being above ground, we moved over to colonize
But they just
the
don't, they just have to not know that they have undercity, and you're fine. So yeah, we're good. Skaven are the best neighbors. Stupid wood elves, yeah, I agree. Stupid wood elves, they don't know what they're missing.
Settlement, but apparently a beastman herdstone prevented me from doing it. Surely going to war with one more person.
I was dealing with them too. They were annoying.
To show off our warp grinders. By causing minor ecological damage, we could immobilize
That's
all nearby enemy units.
Ecological damage, who cares?
And a message from the Fae of Bretonnia.
It has no idea how to detect them. I see. Perfect.
I wonder what that's about. And this guy too, I don't even know who you are. We colonize one of the ruins, continue upgrading our settlements.
That's a lot of words very quickly.
I am scared. But I guess the AI wasn't, because instead of fighting back, they literally just sat there while eating bullets. Do you ever look at—
You know what? I feel like that this on brand with the old Beastmen stuff. I feel like that, yeah. They just take beating every time. In general, Skaven mechanic are disgustingly OP in player hands, but AI has no idea how to use them. I see. Ambushing Torfs with warp-like Jaziles is just satisfying. Also, the Wood Elves hate the concept of fun. True, they just don't want to have fun. They believe that fun should not exist in this world. Who needs fun?
Someone and wonder what is going on in their head.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They tore through our front line. Well, I tore through our front line. We mopped up the rest of the beastmen, and before long, it was just one left. Their leader, Morgur. But of course, we had bullets, so he didn't stand a chance, is what I thought.
Solve all the
has
issues.
Health regeneration, meaning he just sat there and tanked several thousand bullets.
Oh, hey, I know that. I was dealing with that. Please, never again. Beastmen are so enraged by the sight of high-tech Skaven Gatling Firmans. Firearms that they enter a stopward. Yes, Wood Elf are not that bad. Skaven are way worse. No, Skaven are having fun. Morgur with his starting 75% missile resistant. You know what? That sounds like something that should not exist against Skaven. So far, it seems like you two share the same tactics. Oi! No! He gets up to 105 without issue. Oh my god.
Naked Claw, routed. All my infantry ran away, and my rally guns kited him for 30 minutes straight. I have a question. Why, God?
Yeah, see? He understands! This was me. But with Bretonnia.
Stop following me.
I will never forget you. Frogaitus, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to my comfy space. Happy enjoy your stay. Hi. See, guys, this is the same as Luan. I understand his pain. I went through it, and never again will I want to do that. Otherwise, he was made to counter Wood Elves. I see. But by accident, he also counters Skaven. Makes sense.
Even after the fight, we couldn't catch Morgar, so he lived to inconvenience me.
Yeah, he just
But
leaves.
at least now we had a break for one turn. Orion's army attacked one of our cities, and while we couldn't win, we could deal damage.
He got
When defending
Wood Elves
settlements,
already?
we get
Oh my
insanely
goodness.
busted towers, which goes in line with throwing fodder at our enemy.
Nice.
200 dead elves later, Orion sacked the settlement and ran away. He also attacked Ikit in a fight that favored us. Orion's army was fairly weak when we approached, and Orion, as one of the tankiest characters in the game, died immediately. After the fight, we started to upgrade our capital, and with it, we worked towards the pinnacle of.
That gets my Vlakia flashbacks were even worse. Or any other ranged army comp. Yeah, true. Morgar is a pain and everyone's behind. Fortunately, I somehow didn't have huge issue. I killed him rather quickly. As Nakari player, I understand the fear of Lewin, however it's spelled. Lewin just... he should not exist. He should not exist. Why is he even a thing? Orion is not tanky at all? The heck is he talking about? I don't know. I never fought him yet. Yeah, no matter when you play the game, the bots will always ignore everything to just go for the player.
Skaven weaponry. The wonderful beauty of chemical
Look
warfare.
at
Before we could violate
it was so
international
pretty.
safety laws, we had a bigger problem.
needs
One covered in
safety laws?
leaves, wood, and was basically a 30-foot tall tree. Durthu had decided to wander over and Fusro for the trees. And right
the Wood Elves in his campaign are extremely violent. For me, they're just kind of not bothering me for whatever reason.
behind him, amazing. I recruited another warrior and trained more rattling
The
guns.
Beastman is
After
back!
Durthu occupied a settlement, we attacked with our combined armies. Hello,
Nice.
giant tree man. With Durthu destroyed, we turned to deal with Morgar, if I could find him.
Again.
Beastman armies hide by default, so another siege. Somehow, our paperweight garrison almost won, until some dogs ran to the back, captured the victory point, and we lost. I'm sure my settlements love
that was
getting burned
close.
to the ground every other day. On the bright side, we'd made an ally, Aranessa Zaltspite, who was basically
He got an ally? Let's go!
an undead pirate queen. Somehow, she girl-bossed her way into burning down the Wood Elf forests, so she
Damn.
was helpful. Going forward a bit, we recolonized all of our ruined settlements, made contact with the
Very
chaos demons in the north, and discovered the
Very
Shrine
good,
of
very
Cain.
good, very
On
good.
the map, there exists an item called the Sword of Cain.
Wait, is
Basically,
he
it
going
turns
for the
someone
high
into
elves?
a murderous psychopath.
Nope, never
so we're
mind.
unaffected. If we had it, we'd turn Ikit Claw into essentially a god. It would also put us at war with pretty much everyone. So again,
Yes.
business as usual. Our second army got intercepted by the Beastmen, and after retreating...
Again?
Oh, hello, Durthu.
When you think that you can retreat and the game says, how about no?
Wait, why are the Beastmen your reinforcements? Both of you are at war. To deal with Morgar,
Why were they at reinforcement if both of them are at war? I thought that's not... Huh? Okay.
bribery. As for Durthu, he kinda just moonwalked away. Yeah, that's not concerning at all. But after everything was said and done, we'd finally secured our
enemy of
peninsula.
my enemy,
Unfortunately, it came
true.
at the cost of something valuable. The itsy-bitsy unimportant ability to eat. Now, Skaven society is a lot like Soviet society.
may have
There is
forgot
no
about it.
food. Each settlement, undercity, and army consumes food every turn. And we had zero. To get food, we could build certain structures or find another solution. Hello, city full of peasants.
Oh,
With a foothold in
I
castle.
see. I mean, that kind of works. I guess you can constantly just go and chomp cities. It just... Not the most sustainable, but you can do that. You can do that, yes.
French name, we continued through our research tree, built walls in our other settlements, and got a quest for Ikit's unique weapon, Storm Demon. So to get it, we had to go through a quest battle, which didn't look too bad, right?
Until...
Alright, that's all I needed to hear. The quest battle was
Biggest
against the
brain.
Lizardmen, who have high health infantry and monsters.
And lizardmen have a very strong loyalty. Like, they don't riot very easily. French meat, probably a bit dry, yeah. Tastes a little like horse. True.
In terms of infantry, we had poison wind globadiers, which damage everything they hit. They're also the reason why my front line is dead. Our rattling gunners could deal with most of their monsters. Case in point. I also forgot to mention that we picked up these extremely elite council guard, which are essentially our best infantry in the game. hence why we are shooting them in the back.
Yeah,
As
yeah,
we dealt
makes
with
sense.
the first army, a second one came in too. This one
Of course.
entirely made up of monsters and dinosaurs. We finished off the initial army, got
Dinosaurs.
hit by an orbital sunbeam, kind of bad, and the Ripperdactyls reenacted a prehistoric Pearl Harbor. But with the monsters, it was still close. Our
They're-
infantry were like
oh, boy.
grass being mowed by bigger grass, and we had to
No
kite
good,
Elizabeth
they're-
back with our Rattling guns. For the power
Yeah.
of the NRA, willful ignorance, and running away from our
Wait, they have not. He did not have a second army, yet he somehow. Damn, I would probably lose that battle.
problems like it was 2020, we barely came out on top.
Yeah,
So
I
in
would
winning the
probably
battle, we
lose
took
that battle.
830
Damn.
casualties. But if you do the math, the enemy only got 370 kills. Oh. Oh
Yep.
no. With the battle won, we got a-
Yep, there we go. That's the friendly fire for you. That battle is not that hard, honestly. I probably would struggle though. Menace below is a very useful trick for Skaven, 100%, yes.
access to Ikit's Storm Demon weapon. The global obedience bonus
I didn't
was
get
nice
that one
because
yet.
towards the end of the game, things get hectic. By enabling Ultimate Crisis mode,
Uh-huh.
we'd be fighting against ridiculous odds later in the game. Right after
Yeah.
the battle, 2 Bretonnian armies showed up and started sieging our castle. Luckily,
Of
we leveled
course.
Ikit up to have Lightning Strike, which means he can lock reinforcements out of battles when attacking.
Nice.
So we could 1v1
We can try it once you update Ikit's army. Okay, once I update the army, we can try stuff.
any army. The masses of unwashed peasants were led by the Fey Enchantress,
Very
riding a meth
pretty.
addict Bojack
She has a
horseman. Meanwhile, Ikit
very
casually
pretty.
rode a giant electric hamster wheel. I was initially worried
Perfect.
about their Grail Guardians, who are one of the most elite cavalry in the game. Or should I say, were the most elite.
Yeah,
But isn't using
where?
poison gas against peasants kinda overkill? Well, according to
Nice.
my magic 8-ball, try again later. By way-
Yes, let's just try again later. Let's go. Miss Below is the strongest base faction skill in the game, bar none. I love it. It's very useful.
During the battle, we got a unique trait for Ikit. We also unlocked the Avalanche Mortars, which are kinda nuts. A
I didn't
legendary
get that
Wood Elf
one, I
hero
want
also
it.
showed up. A
Wait, what is that pretty thingy like a butterfly? I wanna see it.
practical demigod, Ariel was one of the most powerful
Uh-oh.
creatures in existence. And now, with the help of one sneaky rat, dead. We attacked the remnants of the
Ha-ha!
Bretonnian army and ambushed them too. Now, how long do you think this whole fight will last? If you guessed 27 seconds, you'd be off by 1 second.
Damn!
Bretonnia got 0 kills, and we lost 75 people.
When the enemy didn't even got a 1 itty bitty damage and you still got killed. You can get Butterfly Lady with Sisters DLC. Oh, I see. Who'd win, an elf god or a sneaky rat? Of course, sneaky rat. Duh.
That's fantastic. While all of this had
Yeah.
been going on, we'd been expanding the Under Empire. My warlock
Perfect.
engineer had taken a slight detour and established a city under the Dark Elf capital. We also had one under the
Ooh.
High Elf capital
Maybe I should establish one there too, at certain point.
and every Wood Elf city. If you couldn't tell, elves don't really like us. Like
Yeah.
Ariel, who is back to being a mild inconvenience. It was
It's just
becoming
an
clear
inconvenience,
that we'd
guys.
have to
Don't
deal with
worry
the Wood
about
Elves
it.
before
Sneaky? No. They would be sneaky. They would be sneaky. Sounds like a plan. Ariel is a legendary hero for the Wood Elves lore. Why is she the spirit of the Athel Lauren? Ooh, I like that idea. Why does she have the wings though? How are you? I'm okay-ish. Hello there, Art. Ariel is a dangerous hero to fight against, but she looks so cute. Because why not? Because wings? Why wouldn't she have wings? Okay, I take it. She just has wings.
we're expanding further north. In order to eliminate the Wood Elves, we need to raise or occupy every city in
Yes.
Lauren. I occupied both bordering Bretonnian cities above us to have
Perfect.
a staging ground. We fought the Fey Enchantress, again, upgraded the defenses on our
I mean, how many times did I have had to fight her with her throwaway army? Like, freaking... I was fighting her so much. Skaven's self is either Three Stooges slapstick or James Bond espionage. Exactly! Ariel is a forest fairy, if I remember correctly.
our main peninsula and re-recruited a second army. This one will be
Of
filled with
course.
entirely infantry to supplement Ikit's army. Now, Wood Elves are generally
makes sense.
isolationists, so they rarely leave
Maybe
their
that's what
land.
I should
That
do.
is, except for Durthu. Our second army was back in Skavenblight, so we needed to sally out
Yeah,
and
that's the
fight three
issue.
massive Wood Elf armies. Army 1, Army 2, and
Oh
Army
my
3,
goodness.
meaning once again, we'd have to fight this future desk.
He's a
Outnumbering them
boy.
3-1, we started the battle, and before long... Ouch. Durthu was taking no sass. Our Rattling Thunder
Yeah,
said to
this
keep
boy
fighting
is
backwards,
big,
after
and there
only
is some
5
trees.
minutes, we'd taken 1,000 casualties. Still, we had
Damn.
insane numbers, so we gathered Durthu while he
Numbers
was
are the
bogged
best.
down and prepared to handle the second army. And handle, we did. We rallied our
Nice.
infantry and sent them into the meat grinder. As they say, if you're not dying, you're not trying. Just like most of the elf units being ranged,
I love Aiken just running through his own freaking army. Meep meep, make the way! Hello, there's Butterbrain. Welcome, happy to see you. How are you doing today? I feel like the less I say about Skaven, the better. Durthu is very mobile for a tree. I see.
it's hard to compete with infinite ammo miniguns and corrosive poison. We routed the
Yes,
remaining
it is
elves
hard.
and won the battle. With both armies
Nice.
gone, it left Durthu's only city open, so we sacked it for 15k,
Nice.
then came back a turn later and raised it. Wood Elf settlements are undesirable for Skaven, which translates to massive debuffs if we claim them, making the Elf
Damn.
War much harder. What was helpful was getting our first Plague Priest who can summon more rats during battles. And with our strategy,
Rats,
it would
more
get kinda
rats.
broken.
There's
Because we'd
never
also
too many
gotten access
rats.
to one of our most powerful units, Poisoned Wind Mortars. Now let's talk about something close to all of our hearts, the
Heart?
Geneva Convention. You might be interested to know that the convention doesn't actually talk about chemical weapons. See, that's
Oh.
actually in a separate document called the Geneva Protocol, where it states that nations
Ah.
can't use all that cool fun stuff in war. But what it doesn't prohibit is the manufacturing, storage, and commercial use of chemical weapons. Therefore,
Huh,
if I fire off my
interesting.
mortar loaded with skin-eating toxins during an investor showcase, and it just so happens
I see Skaven have something in common with the Iron Warriors. Then it comes when it comes
Stop
to kill
following
their
me.
own to kill the enemy. Yes. Hello, Shiny. Welcome. Happy to see you. How are you doing today? Hi.
to land in the middle of a bunch of peasants, have I really done anything wrong?
Yeah, actually, if it just like you're storing it, and while moving the storage, it just falls out accidentally on a peasant. Is it still bad? It's a very important difference, exactly.
If anything, it's their fault for standing within 10
Yeah,
miles of me.
exactly.
Poison wind mortars are essentially our best anti-infantry unit because they
Just
deal
a
flat poison
whoopsie.
damage to all units, whether they
I definitely didn't aim at them. I would never do such thing. No.
hit elite infantry or Skaven slaves, we don't care. Which is especially relevant for our fight against the
You have
Wood
not
Elves and
properly
their
started,
high-tier
so you are still in the wrong. Nah, I started properly. It's just like roll out of the storage with a little bit of help. You just happen to load the barrel filled with pressurized neurotoxic gas into a trebuchet by mistake. Exactly, it's a typical mix-up. Anyone could have made that mistake. To me, it's more of a Geneva checklist. Like RimWorld being a war crime simulator, and if you're not committing, then you're playing it wrong. Oh, I'm playing it wrong then. Man. Everything is fine as long as you say whoops beforehand. You see, officer, they ran into my first. Exactly, they ran into it.
units. And on that topic, Orion was back. While he sat on
Oh.
the edge of our land, we took another Bretonnia settlement, got a
Perfect.
trade agreement from a savvy investor, and much like
Interesting.
NSFW Twitter, watched the Beastmen get clapped. We also got an event with the
Aha.
leader of our second army, leading to him getting badly mutated, which is apparently a massive combat bonus. How that
Oh.
makes sense, I don't want to know. To our right was
That it makes. They got mutated, so now they're stronger. They evolve. Don't call it mutation. It was evolution. Just a little bit sped up.
Sartosa, a faction of undead pirates. We allied them and started to build an outpost, which would allow us
Nice.
to recruit their units. After sieging a few more Bretonian cities, the Fey Enchantress attacked one last time. The fight was 10 minutes of this. Winning meant that the Fey's faction was gone for good, not like that stopped
Woohoo!
another Bretonian faction from continuing the war. And Lewin's army was completely
Lewin!
terrifying, so we ignored it.
You know what? I agree. His army was terrifying. He ran into my knife. He ran into my knife 10 times. Glorious evolution. Exactly.
Besides that, our expansion was going well, but one
Oh.
problem. See everyone with a red outline around their icon?
Yeah.
That means they hate us. See all the
Oh.
people without a red outline? Yeah, neither do I. While we
Yeah, me
doubled our
neither.
land, we were also in for...
Wait. There was a little bit, but that was just you. Luin is the only lord in the entire game who can have an entire army with 0 upkeep. Yup. And he proved that in one of the battles when he was an army, and I could not win the battle even though he was the army. There was nothing else on the battlefield.
Stop following me.
And I was crying. Casualties just means transforming mobile rations into ready-made meals. Yeah, they're just meals now. I usually take care of him early as Himmler before he gets the chance to get crap ton of cavalry. I didn't, and now I cry because I cannot fight him.
For a rude awakening, starting with the Wood Elves. At this point, we were at war with just about everyone. Sartosa was useless, and Grom the Paunch kept trying to make military alliances with me. Full disclaimer, he has one city. The Dark Elves didn't hate us too much, but every High Elf had declared war on us. So priority number 1, erase the Wood Elves. Orion, dead. Rebellion, dead. Ariel just chilling in some dead. We also intercepted an army and fought them in the woods. Seeing as they were outnumbered 5-1, we almost lost. I fortified our Wood Elf under Empire.
Wait, it makes sense because you are fighting Wood Elves in woods. It doesn't matter how many numbers you have. They are Wood Elves in woods. No, I mean, he can get his knights to 0 upkeep with a bit of a bug, lol. Awesome. I mean, I know that Lewin is an army, okay? I thought that you mean that he literally is an army, because that's what happens. I remember when my full Norscan stack, including Ellen on Mammothus, was crushed by just Lewin on Griffin with his healing. Exactly, that's what happened to me. Now, Lewin is upper mid-tier lord. There are others far stronger. I don't want to meet them. The trees speak, and then they get up and start walking towards you. Yup. Lewin and Orion can get their army upkeep incredibly low. Sigvald, great guy, no, stop it.
They're giving all units in the area of Vanguard deployment. So in sieging their city, we could deploy all our units right on top of them.
Oh my gosh, you can get Vanguard deployment for everyone. I have to find that. Hello there, Frothy Mode, welcome. Happy to see you hiding today.
Seconds into starting the battle, and turns out mortars are pretty decent. We advanced into the city, had our reinforcements come in, and caught the AI bugging out on a barricade. You know, when you say line up against the wall, you don't actually expect them to do it. Running away didn't help either. Probably hurt, actually. And with the battle won, we'd successfully taken Orion's capital. While we were doing that, we built up our Plague Priest capacity, which would give its army more clan rat summons. Sartosa also wanted us to join a war against the Tomb Kings. And as their stalwart military ally, no. Back to Athel.
I would say no too, to be honest. If I was in his position, he's fighting on like 3 fronts. I would not join her war either. High leveled Vladdy Daddy is nearly impossible to kill, and Sigvald is just as strong. For now, I'm far away from them, so I'm gonna be happy. I think Vlad actually died. I'm not sure of that actually.
Right in the center is the Oak of Ages. It's kind of like that tree in Avatar with the blue hippies. Long story short, we cut it down. Another Wood Elf city later, and we'd taken half of Athel Lauren. Unfortunately, it opened us up to more attackers. Like,
I am supreme.
Okay.
The heck is that person? The heck is that person? The hero rises using channel... rises from the sands. Wonderful individual? No. Click, clank, fuck the fleshies. Ally bots only have one purpose. Drag you to wars where they won't do anything at all. 100%. There was a wizard that will scam you for $15. No, my $15. I need it. The supreme magical scam artist. No, my bunny. The golden gun guy? I never seen him yet.
Not even one turn later, an Empire army. Luckily, they walked straight into an ambush, and 68 seconds of fighting later, gone. Of course, right after, another ambush with similar results. If you couldn't tell by this point, we're going to be doing a lot of ambushes.
Yeah, that's how you play Skaven.
Can ambush any army they attack, and by leveling a certain skill, we ambush almost 100% of the time. At last, we siege the final...
I have to get it. He's far away in the east. I'm safe. Whew. The biggest troll in the Empire wanted for transmuting a lead into gold and using it to pay. Lol. He should be in China. I see. His starting position changed, so now he's in Cathay wreaking havoc. Oh, okay, that's why I didn't meet him.
Wood Elf City, but now with some extra help. Our Plague Priest had gotten a Plague Furnace, which on top of just being big, scary, and morally questionable, actively damages all enemies around it. But even now, our Death Ball wasn't in its final form. That being said, the siege wasn't particularly crazy.
I want Death
It was
Ball
really
too.
just a lot of... With Waterfall Palace occupied, we now controlled all of Athelloren. Moving ahead a little, we eliminated another Bretonnia faction, laughed in Grom's face again, and finally established relations with Ark and the Black. Considering my only friends are either undead pirates or undead Egyptians, my social credit score was not looking good.
I mean, what do you mean? That sounds perfectly fine to me. Takes notes? Yes, I'm starting to take note. I want some of these stuff. The Wizard of Metal is out there trying to transmute the Iron Dragon into a, I don't know, gold or something. Poor Balthazar is battling the Cathayan forces in southern Cathay. It's fine.
Speaking of social credit, I went ahead and checked who the most powerful faction by strength rank was. Turns out it was Taiwan, China. I said China. The whole army was
Oh boy! This never gets old.
Looking seriously powerful right about now. It also couldn't be everywhere at once. So while we took 1, 2, 3 more Bretonnian settlements, our armies were stretched thin. Still, I recruited 2 more Plague Priests to add to Ikit's.
I guess Tori's new army for Ikit will be several Plague Priests, Rattling Gunners, and Poison Wind Mortars. Hopefully, yes.
Army.
Minus 9 social credit. Shh, don't say that. Don't say that.
Because later in the game, we need an even better army to deal with ultimate crisis mode. We sacked more of Bretonnia, iced some random high elves, and recruited a 4th army, filling it with
fourth army.
After occupying one of Bretonnia's last cities, they made a desperate attack to get a settlement back. Now, my garrison is hot garbage. King Lewin can beat all of them on his own. Sorta. So getting into the battle, we built some towers and defenses. Lewin's army was small, so we pelted down his infantry
Lewin
and
is an army.
Heroes. Now here's the real problem. Big boy. We couldn't actually damage him because he has health regeneration. So instead, I let him rout my units and chase them off. See, flying units can't be alone. If they don't land to fight, they'll eventually forfeit the battle. So Lewin beating my units is cool and all, but what about these guys? By hiding on the other side of the map, Lewin could not physically get to us before the air unit penalty kicked in, causing him to have a midlife crisis and
I didn't know that. Is this still a thing? There was a tactic I suggested to you before, but I couldn't do that though, because he would find me, right? This is still a thing? Oh my god. Yes, flyers must land if there is no land unit left or they lose. You still need to have someone on the ground. Once again, yeah, old patch CA probably did some AI behavior adjustments. Flyers get separation anxiety, literally, dude. This is something.
Die of a stroke. As Sun Tzu once said in his book, The Art of Cheese, skill issue. Lol. But the cheese wasn't done yet. One of our core settlements was being sieged by high elves. Good thing we had that 4th army.
This is a pretty good mechanic. The AI just might need to learn how to land. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, the mechanic itself is fine, but the fact that AI just completely ignores the punishment and never lands is just stupid. You still need to have some, like, come on.
Oh my god. Calling that an army was an insult to the military-industrial complex.
Damn.
It was bad. And now fighting a legendary lord, Eltharion the Grim. The plan was simple. By running some...
There is no plan. There is no plan. Best way to handle an unkillable lord is to auto-resolve it? Yes, I agree. Hello there, Marito. Welcome. Happy to see you. How are you doing today?
Hamster wheels into the middle of their army, I banked on one
zoom,
thing,
zoom.
which...
Bonk!
With 60% of their army dead in 1 second, we hit Eltharion with the old Expelliarmus and won the battle. Overall, everything was looking
good. He has to use a lot of Doom rockets.
Was getting better and better. Our 4th army was adding Doom wheels, and we conquered Bretonnia. But as much as things were going our way, we had one final threat to worry about. Because rapidly approaching was the endgame crisis. In Immortal Empires, there are 5 different endgame crises to choose from. A Tomb King's Crusade,
and he chose all of them.
Invasion, Orc Wa, Wood Elf War, and Vampire Apocalypse. And we'd picked all 5 with 200% difficulty. And at this point, we only had 10 turns to prepare. We had
Have you met the bloated corpse yet? I think so, just not on this save, no. Yeah, during the Lizard campaign, I think. Most of the buffs that make something unkillable either does not count in auto-resolve or has a minimal effect. Yep. I still remember a tactic some people used with Bretonnia. 18 Pegasus Knights, Lewin and 1 reliquary that is unbreakable hidden. Oh my god. If you get the upgrade that rockets refund material used to build them, they cause only food fuel is recycled, so no reason to use them. True! To not use them. Yeah, I should do that. Good old Vladdy. We love Vladdy. I remember there being a mod for Total Warhammer 2 back when there was only the Chaos Crisis that made it so the Crisis Chaos Warrior faction got 100 plus armies. That sounds scary.
Alliances with the vampire counts, demons of chaos, and weren't totally hated by Malekith, so good
Nice.
enough. In line with stalling, I reinforced our garrisons and finished this horror of an army, which was on a
Horror
wild
of
goose
an
chase
army.
against a random high elf army. But they weren't alone, because our entire northern land was being invaded. With the endgame
Oops.
crisis now only 5 turns away, I decided to just demolish the buildings for money and leave the settlements. The goal
Oh,
was to try
why?
and defend our core provinces so we weren't stretched too thin. A little bit of
I
preparation later,
see.
we were on our final remaining turn. Now, before I show you what the ultimate crisis looks like, here's everyone we were at war with.
I hated the Chaos Invasion on 2. It felt so forced. Yeah, Auto Resolve is silly for not counting buffs, but for some fights I don't care. Yeah, I can understand.
Before I ended the turn. Here it is now. Vampire counts
Oh,
invasion.
boy.
Check. Orquois. Yep. Dwarves and elves. Just
Yep.
a few. Oh, and Tomb Kings. How could I forget? In a
Of
matter
course.
of one turn, about 200 armies appeared out of thin air
Yup.
all around the world. And to make
Sounds
matters
scary.
worse, goodbye, Yathel Lauren. I'll see you in therapy. Oh, and remember Grom? This is
He's
him
gone.
now. Something
Yeah.
I didn't realize would happen was that the crisis automatically broke every treaty we had with Grom and Vlad. And the game acted as if we had broken them. So my reliability
Why? Why is that a thing? Yeah, Auto Resolve is silly because CA Spaghetti is why it is a thing. It's kind of sad. That's kind of sad because you try to like prepare for the crisis and then everyone just hates you. Because devs didn't bother thinking about the treaty stuff. Man, that's unfortunate. I think later they adjusted that. I'd be lucky have to make a new Pokemon deck. I get the treaty breaking thing, but it counting against the player is pure spaghetti. Yeah, that kind. I mean, I don't understand why you would break it because it is something that you would prepare for the end crisis by logic. You want to have people help you. Got to love the spaghetti code. Gotta love the spaghetti code.
Game Zero. Now, while most places were essentially immediately overrun, our core provinces were safe. But given our
Good.
proximity to both Athel Lauren and Maelstrom, that didn't mean much. In terms of strength rank, we dropped to 28th. But don't worry, we're only at war with 1 through 27.
Yeah, that's
we
everyone.
retreated back into our territory, stole Grom's capital for money, and watched
Makes
Athel
sense.
Lauren descend into chaos. On the bright side, all this time, we've been peaceful with the Empire. So as long as we didn't do something
Oh,
stupid...
smart.
Ah,
Never mind.
right. I, forgot I built that. Luckily, I don't...
Well, there goes being at peace with them.
think they noticed. Anyways, back to defending. I
Good,
put armies on the
good.
bridges leading to our core land.
Modular as in you can make mods for it?
The Doomwheel squad got caught by 2 much larger Vampire Count's armies, so we
Oops.
blobbed up our units and advanced with our Rattling guns. But the
Makes
Vampire
sense.
army was way too large. Most of their monsters are designed
Yeah, to be honest, if you're fighting a large army with one army that is on numbers, based on numbers, and the other army that is based on numbers actually matter. As long as we don't do something stupid. Whoops. Is this just Civ but fantasy? Not at all. Not even close. Very much no. Total War games play very different from Civ, yeah.
to kill large units, so our front and back line were quickly overwhelmed.
Yeah.
In summary, we got clowned. That
Yeah,
left us
makes
with
sense.
3 other armies to defend the front line, so it get picked up the slack. With 5 plague priests, we could summon non-stop clan rats to block attackers,
Ooh.
and making friendly fire even more acceptable. After winning the battle, I
Yay.
could fought another wood elf army. Using the same formula, we kited with the plague priests until the whole army had been finished off. But while
My
Ekid was
goodness.
a powerhouse, he was also our solo carry, because our other armies got
Nice.
caught again by the vampire counts. Both armies were mostly fodder with a diverse combination of rats, undead pirates, and chaos warriors.
Yeah, sounds
Remember,
perfectly
all
fine.
people are equally worthless. We lined up near the corner to wait for reinforcements.
All of
and
them are perfect to be just a front line melted by the guns from behind.
use our mortars. But because our first army had no rattling guns, they advanced across the field and broke our lines. Given their infantry
Yeah.
are undead samurai and ours
That is
are
not good.
that, it was no surprise we broke. Vargulfs and crypt horrors just ran over our infantry because we
Yup.
had nothing to stop them. By the
Tabletop wargame, actually, but there is a Warhammer Fantasy TTRPG. Of course there
we
is.
inflicted damage, but ultimately lost the battle and two
Yeah,
of
makes
our
sense.
3 armies. That meant it was just Ikit against everyone.
Oh
Simultaneously,
my
our
gosh.
economy was losing ground, more armies were pouring in from the north, and the Tomb Kings were sailing up from the south. My list of at-war factions looked like a barcode. There was no chance we'd live much longer. So what could we do? Well, I mean, we could give up. As they say,
No, we
it's
could
about
explode.
the journey and not the destination. Of course, whoever said that has clearly never driven to a Chick-fil-A on a
Explode?
Sunday. Locked door? No, I have the key. For a short campaign victory, we need to eliminate these 3 factions, which we've done, ruin 30 different settlements, also done, and level up the Forbidden Workshop to rank 3. For that, we just need a level 15 Warlock Engineer. And wouldn't you know, we had a level 13, which means we just needed one more battle, one grand
smart.
and courageous conflict that would solidify our win. But who would we fight? Our arch enemy Durthu, or maybe the Red Duke and Maelstrom? High elves, dwarves, Tomb Kings, the world was our oyster. So to finish the
so
game,
many
I did
choices.
the only thing any honorable Skaven would do.
My scurvy crew tell me you come to offer to golden command.
Sure. In a way.
Is he gonna declare war? Yup. 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 That makes sense. That's 100% what Skaven would do. Hello, Potato. Welcome. Happy to see her doing today. Sadly, I'm not at home, so I'll be mostly lurking. No problem. Thank you for the lurk. Against a singular person? Yes. Yes. Most honorable Skaven? Yes. Only backstab at the end. Basically a saint. Basically. Skaven backstabbing you is an if, it is when. Yes. Yup, that's Skaven. That's very much Skaven. Yes.
At last, by defending ourselves from Sartosa, we've achieved a short campaign victory.
Woohoo!
Now we can get started on the long campaign victory. And, no.
It's done. Nope. He's good. He doesn't need more. He's fine. All he needed has been
Chemical
done.
warfare. Ignore.
That's it. That's it. He needed no more. The best target is one that least expects you. Exactly. Now, Skaven and backstabbing part is poetic. 100%. 100%. Skaven just went underground. Yeah, they just left. Sometimes long campaign victory conditions are pure ball. Yeah, they are.